45. Welcome back, everyone. When you hear the word heirlooms, you might think of family jewelry or furniture passed down from generation to generation.
Yeah, but an heirloom of a different kind is also very popular and often outlives its owners. Megan Rice looks into the Christmas cactus and what makes this houseplant so special.
It might not look like much, but you'd be surprised the history a little pot can hold. This is my Christmas cactus, and it needs TLC. It's special to me because this plant was my Aunt Jean's before she passed away in July. Before that, it was my great-grandma Irene's, and even earlier, my great-great-grandma Carrie's.
All right, let's head on in. Thank you.
That brings us to the Arboretum and Julie Weisenhorn, an extension horticulture educator with the U.
Oh dear.
Is it that bad?
Well, we'll take care of it.
Okay.
I came to the right place.
That's right. In the case of my cactus, clippings have been repotted and shared throughout generations in my family. And we're certainly not the only ones with this story.
Very long-lived plants. I have seen plants that are 100 years old, but Christmas cacti are from Brazil. They're from native rainforests, and they grow in very cool, damp environments. So think about that when you're thinking about where to put your plants.
So,
The Arboretum's greenhouse manager, Ricky Garza, has a few ideas for reviving this high humidity loving houseplant, too.
it's in pretty sad shape. I suppose this happens to a lot of folks. You can see the soil is pretty ancient.
Yeah, I don't know when it was last.
So, and it's bone dry
I promise I have actually watered this.
because the soil just becomes completely depleted and there's nothing nutritional about it.
Right.
So we're going to repot what's left of the main plant, and then we can take some cuttings from what's left over. And just for a little bit of extra drainage, we're going to use some clay pebbles.
Ricky reminded me to change the soil every few years.
Again, the soil, it's important that it's a light, airy soil. It's going to be so much happier with this soil.
Good.
Another option is to repot cuttings. Ricky says using a rooting powder is really important.
Make sure you get some on the end there. Just make a little well with your finger, and then you'd want to put the segment probably about halfway down. Firm it in a little bit so it's not leaning over.
And who knows, with the right care, maybe my cactus will carry on for another century or so.
Happy plant.
It looks so nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yay, it looks great.
Now, a few other tips. Water your Christmas cactus once a week. And if it isn't blooming, try moving it to a shadier spot or turn down the temperature so it's in a cooler environment. The experts also say these plants do really well outside in the summer. We've got all sorts of information on the holiday cacti, including Thanksgiving and Easter cactus on our website. So we put out a note on Facebook just to see how many others, have plants that have been passed down from a loved one. Look at this, we got so many responses. That's great. Yeah, so we've got Carrie, she's got a grapevine.
Oh.
Yeah, from her great grandparents' farm that came over with them from Italy in the early 1900s. So she's making wine? I don't know.
Some good
Hope
wine.
so.
Yeah.
Haley has her great-great-grandparents' Christmas cactus. It is around 130 years old.
Oh my
Yep.
goodness.
Melissa has a fern from her grandmother, and that started back in 1925.
I love that. And the fact that theirs are thriving, I'm praying for yours.
Thank
It
you.
did look a little
Thank
sad,
you.
but you're going to be great.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks.
Ricky was very disappointed.
I know.
He was like shaming you.
I know. I was embarrassed, just
Shameless plug, follow the Grow with Care page. It's great. Bobby and Belle give the best tips.
I have a lot to learn, so I've got some good resources there.
There
so
you
thank
go.
you.
There you go. There you go, John. Do you have